So, very cool team, very good environment they got going over there. And I like that he comes into the booth after that game as well, because even though Patience won that one, he was drinking his coffee right away and his hand was shaking. I think, you know, he's not really nervous, but there's so much energy in Patience right now.
Look at his chair stability, man. It's increased massively.
Yeah. Not swinging around us more. This is a calm cat in the booth now.
Hey, he's done more than he did before last time. He's taken one game. He couldn't do that versus Stats. Let's see if he can tie things up on Apotheosis.
Here we are on a pretty unique map, Apotheosis. Down in the bottom right, in the red, the Zerg player taking a loss in that last one. It is Solar.
Just please go to the finals from Daylight. But a pun on his name there. His opponent, though, to the top left in blue, it is Patience. See what the fans say about this one. Don't ever shake when you lose. And win the rest of the games and go to the finals. Well, he was literally shaking earlier, but he's stabilized a bit. Gold base expands for both Solar, which is not that crazy on this map, but for Patience as well. And this will be early scouted.
Wow.
Great drone scout here. Solar has never been in the dark in this series even one time about what's happening. He's always scouts.
Zerg, man. He just sees everything.
He
and
saw
I love the drone scout on this map too, just to see the gold base, just to make sure, you know.
He really saw too with like 6 overseers how much he was losing in that last game.
Yeah.
He's very much in the know. He's the man of 1,000 eyeballs.
And I wonder if he's going to do something aggressive now. I mean, you see the follow up with the 2 gates here. Try to get, you know, just a bunch of units out to defend against any kind of aggressive play from the Zerg. But with the gold base, you have just, you know, you can get roaches out. You can get a lot of them out very, very fast. You can just go very aggressively here.
On Wednesday, GSL. Thursday, Star League. Friday, GSL. Pro League on Saturday, the StarCraft 2 week.
With a couple of stars next to Pro League. Make sure you guys are not missing that. It's going to be
Saturday.
One of the big events of Korean StarCraft for the year. It's going to be amazing.
It will be an event to remember for the rest of StarCraft history.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, again, in an outdoor finals. Our last outdoor finals in 2014 was, I think, probably my best casting memory ever, casting that with you and Moonblade.
Yeah, that was sick.
And just the storylines that were built in that series. And the lineups were released. They're on my Twitter, on Team Liquid, on Wikipedia. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. So one of the flexibilities of taking the gold base as the Zerg is you get a lot of money, and that gives you an ability to pressure early. It's actually, in the old days, gold bases were only like super far away. So like imagine the 9 o'clock-ish base that you see on the map. Like that's where a gold base would have been in Wings of Liberty. So Zergs would go their hatchery there. They'd like rally roaches out of it with their extra money and do all-ins. Now it's not as common in Legacy of the Void, but especially in the map style that we have, but you can put on a lot of pressure early with the extra money, even if the Protoss has a gold base too. And looks like he's chosen to just kind of take the third base and macro up. He's not going to be doing that attack that you mentioned was possible.
Yeah, and look at what Patience is doing. Immediate chrono boost on both Warp Gate Research and the Resonating Glaives. He's going to have that extra money himself from his gold base. He can make a lot of gates and a big follow-up of the devs. So Solar, we called him the all-seeing Zerg. He needs to see this one and prepare well. He already puts down a Baneling Nest. It's a good start. He does have that Overlord right there.
Yeah, I mean, he sees everything. He doesn't even need Overlord speed to find out what's happening this time. Now, what he can do is pressure a little bit with these Lings. Can you check and make sure he did or didn't make an Evo Chamber? Okay, he's making one now. Because Ling drops can really slow down this type of push and stop reinforcements.
They're really good on this map. You can actually see Patience has 2 pylons on the edge of his base to scout for that specifically.
Yeah, because you have to make all your buildings at this early. If you take this early gold base, you have to make them at this secondary wall here for your natural, and then also at your third base. So he needs to have those pylons of spot drops coming because there's so much space in his main.
He is being so safe about that, actually. He walked 4 adepts over as well. He's like, no, I just need to make 100% sure that you're not dropping me while I go for this. And That's a really nice touch by Patience. He is moving out with, I think that's 8 Adepts.
He has no Prism. His Robo isn't dead, or excuse me, isn't ready yet.
It's not dead yet.
It's not dead either, but it's not alive fully, as we refer to in StarCraft the structures being dead or alive. There it is, it's finished. And he cancels the Shade here. Looking for some pressure, wants to force units instead of drones. Third base is going to be finished up here soon. This is what happens when you don't have Overlord speed. This is the 5% of the 95 out of 100 times we're talking about where you don't get the Overlord speed. And, I mean, he sees the base, but that's it. He doesn't know what the follow-up is, though, so it's really scary as a Zerg in this moment. Like, are you going super macro? Are you teching up? Are you adding Immortals or something? Or are you going to go into a follow-up all-in with the Adepts? You need that speed to know, and so even though it's really late, he is getting it right now. To confirm what's happening.
Yeah, it's a nice touch, and if he wants to go for drops later on in the game, it makes it a lot easier as well. Even Baneling drops, like he could set one up on the right side, go for the natural, he can set one up behind the gold, you can get into the main as well, even though Patience has a lot of buildings over there. With the speed, you just open up that utility in those drops.
You can, yeah, you can even use
drone trying to join the army.
Wants to be a Baneling. Not gonna happen.
Maybe someday. Maybe in the next StarCraft.
Perhaps. The Overlords can be used as kind of an army comp as well. The Overlord speed can make you use your Overlords as Baneling drop bombs, turn those Overlords into bombers, and the speed's going to allow them to be more effective in that way. Something that we probably won't see in this game, as it looks like it's just going to be that Hydra range Baneling comp with +1 for the Banelings. The force fields go down, the Hydra shoot over the force fields. Dark Shrine's done, 3 DTs in this one, so he can only make 1 Archon if this goes a bit awry, but he has a little bit of Zealot harass he can drop down with this too. Banelings here, though, shut it down pretty hard.
Look at how ready he is for this time. After game number 3, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got PTSD thinking about those DTs, so he might even just morph him into Archons right now because, yeah, there he goes. He's like, no, you're too prepared for this. There's no point in keeping this here.
Yeah, sometimes dropping there, forcing a drone pull and killing the Lings is actually more effective.
Oh, whoa! Okay.
Not paying attention there, that's for sure.
That is really expensive, and that takes so much pressure off of Solar. He can just move across the map now.
He's going to hit with Baneling speed and +1 shortly here. I mean, he can attack before that, but in a few moments, that's going to be done. I mean, these resurges don't take that long to hit. And he can continue to rally units across. Oh, man, catches even more harassment. Patience is in trouble. He does have a lot of sentries to help slow this down. Oh, here we go.
Oh, boy, so much damage.
And he's got one more drop. Oh, no way. So low, these probes.
I thought maybe he was going to go for the sentries and then attack, but I guess you want to get more Banelings if you're going to go for something like that. Make sure you can get the hits.
I think he definitely considered it, but he realized, you know, I was talking about the +1 is almost done, the Baneling speed is almost done. He's even going to get a Lurker Den and just do more zone control with the amount of Hydras he's made while getting a Spire, so he can have that air transition. He's so comfortable. The world is his oyster right now. Apotheosis is his oyster because...
I can see why Zergs are liking this map and Protoss are not. Even the 4th base is like so close to your 3rd, your gold. You can defend it so easily. You don't have to spread that much creep. You have this ramp here for both of the bases. It's like, well...
This map looks like Belshir Vestige got stretched vertically, and it's just like a longer rush distance. Oh, they could have been... Oh, this is good for force fields here on this choke point. Oh my god, here come the base. He needs more than that. Down they go. And hey, this is actually the best fight he could have hoped for, but you know what? It's still not the best. He loses so many units here. Once those Hydras break through, he could get surrounded. I think it's time to retreat.
Just way too many good Baneling hits there.
Yeah.
You know, even though he had some force fields, they were too late.
How many does he have left? That's the question. Doesn't look like very many. In fact, 0 left now. And the rest of this army will get dominated. One Immortal here helping out, but the Muta-Switch is coming. GG.
Not even going to get to see it. Solar dominating that map. Making it look easy. Good job to him.
He did. Patience did win the previous set, but overall, the 3 games he's lost, I just feel like he's just 2 levels below Solar.
Around, getting bopped out here.
I feel like he's not playing his best, to be honest. I feel like he's not actually playing as well as we've seen him play in the past. You know, he looks like he looked when he lost his stats in the round of 4 last season.
I think maybe he just falls apart a little bit at the seams. You know, I was saying he was shaking because of the energy, but maybe he is beginning to feel some of these nerves just because of his experiences here at the SSL Round of 4. And it's a hard map. You know, he tried to go for some pressure with the Adepts, but it seemed like his Warp Prism was late, and Solar was so ready for it. He skipped speed and got so many banelings so early to make sure he doesn't die. And he's like, if I don't die early on this map, I win.
He also killed
and that's exactly what he did.
He killed the Archon Prism that had 2 Archons in it, and then no more Prism, no more Harass. I can walk across the map and kill you. Then he gets this sick force fields off on the Hydras. Doesn't get enough force fields, though, to block the banelings from hitting into his army. They have +1. They roll through this super light unit composition. He doesn't have enough sentries to block off the Hydras when
it was like a wave crashing on the army, actually, just wiping it out as it went.
And it was just like, that's it, you know, it's over. Goodbye. See you in Game 4. I hope you can win that one, or you're out.
Wet dream, basically, is having your banelings connect that well. Even though some of them got force fielded out, it was like 80% of them just hit the massive side of all the sentries, all the Adepts, and it's almost like a really good engage.
It's almost like he thought he was going to hit at that moment with the bridge. I think that was the thought process. Like, if he goes on the bridge, like right here, and I kill half his army with my army. Because if you fight that full Zerg army versus the full Protoss army, the Protoss army just can't win, basically. But if you cut that in half, you kill half the Zerg army, then you keep pushing, and you have a Warp Prism. Maybe that could have worked there, but I don't know.
Guys, we're going to take another quick break before we go to game number 5. So don't go anywhere before we see the end of this series.